Most people spend their entire lives reacting to the world. They wait for luck. They wait for permission. They wait for a right time. But if you're listening to this, you're already different. You're here because you've realized a hard truth. Success isn't something you stumble upon in the dark. It's something you engineer. Welcome to Design Your Success. Today, we stop wishing. Today, we start building. Look at your hands. Right now, they might feel empty, but in the theater of your mind, those hands hold the pen that draws your horizon. Most people are merely tenants in their own lives, living in rooms they didn't build, following rules they didn't write, and paying rent in the form of their time and energy to someone else's dream. But today, the lease on average expires. You are moving out of the prefab life. You are not a passenger. You are the lead engineer. You are the architect of your destiny. Every great empire, every world-changing invention began as a single, quiet thought. But thoughts are vapor until they are pinned down. Success is not a lottery. It is a structural calculation. If you don't have a blueprint for your future, you will be forced to live inside the walls of someone else's design. Consider the Burj Khalifa. Before it pierced the clouds, before it became the tallest point on our planet, it was just a scratch on a piece of paper. It had to be calculated. Think of Steve Jobs. Before he changed the way we touch the world, he was a dropout in a garage with nothing but a vision of a different reality. He didn't wait for a miracle. He used the precision of a master builder. You cannot build a cathedral on a foundation of maybe. You need a plan that is so clear it scares you. To get from the drawing board to the penthouse, your design needs 5 structural pillars. Without these, even the best idea will collapse under its own weight. First, clarity. You cannot build what you cannot see. If your goal is to be successful, your blueprint is blank. You need to know the dimensions. How much? By when? For what purpose? Second, material. What are you feeding your mind? You wouldn't build a skyscraper with rotted wood. You build with the steel of knowledge and the concrete of experience. Stop consuming garbage and start sourcing the materials your dream requires. Third, the foundation. Your foundation is your why. When the ground shakes, and it will, your why is what keeps the structure upright. If you're building for fame, your foundation is sand. If you're building for a purpose larger than yourself, you're anchored in bedrock. Fourth, precision. The difference between a shack and a mansion is the details. How you do one thing is how you do everything. The architect doesn't eyeball the measurements. They measure twice and cut once. Fifth, resilience. A building is designed to withstand a 100-year storm. Are you? Or do you crack the moment the wind picks up? Now comes the part where most people walk away. Now comes the dirt. Now comes the noise. You've drawn the plan, but can you swing the hammer? Ideas are cheap. Execution is expensive. It costs sleep. It costs comfort. It costs the you that wants to hang out and do nothing on a Saturday. Discipline is the mortar between the bricks. Without it, your dreams are just a pile of expensive materials sitting in the mud. Think of Michael Jordan. We see the 6 rings and the soaring dunks, but we don't see the 9,000 missed shots. We don't see the thousands of hours of practice when he was the only one in the gym. He wasn't born Air Jordan. He was manufactured in the dark, in the heat of a gym when the lights were off and the world was sleeping. If you want the penthouse view, you have to fall in love with the plumbing. Stop looking for the elevator to the top. The elevator is broken. It's always been broken. Take the stairs. Every single day. There will be seasons where the wind tries to blow your house down. Most people quit when the first wall falls. They call it failure, and they go back to being tenants. The architect doesn't call it failure. They call it a structural adjustment. This is where the design is tested. This is where you find out if your why is stronger than your how. In 1914, Thomas Edison's entire laboratory burned to the ground. Decades of work, prototypes, and records turned to ash in a single afternoon. He was 67 years old, an age where most people are looking for a rocking chair. Did he quit? No. He stood by the fire and told his son, "Go get your mother. She'll never see a fire like this again." The next day, he started rebuilding. That is the spirit of a master builder. You don't complain about the storm. You build a lighthouse that the storm can't break. You use the debris of your failures as the hard core for your next foundation. The scaffolding is finally coming down. The sun is hitting the glass. The life you've been dreaming of, the one you sketched out in the dark, is standing right there, waiting for you to walk through the door. But remember, a building is never truly finished. It requires maintenance, growth, and care. The tools are still in your hands. The site is cleared. The world is waiting to see what you've made. Don't leave your life to chance or maybe. Don't let someone else hold the pen for one more second. Take the pen, draw the line, build the life you can't wait to wake up to. If this message resonated with you, if you're ready to pick up the hammer, then like, share, and subscribe to Design Your Success. Join our community of architects. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a step in the build. Now, the sun is up. The site is open. Go get to work and create your masterpiece. It's time to design your success.